Welcome back, everyone. This is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, of course. And on this particular episode, a special episode, I might add, I'll be interviewing my friend, my brother, Alex from PVM and PTV. We'll be talking about his podcast and, of course, boxing. So tune in right now.
Do I press start video or can you see me?
I can't see you.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. See. Oh,
What's
oh,
good,
there you
my
go.
brother?
What's good? What's good?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
It's
How you been,
been a
bro?
while.
It's been a minute, bro.
Yeah, it's been a decade.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We finally here, man. We gonna make it work.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man.
Definitely, brother. How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. Grinding, bro.
I feel you.
I've been grinding, just taking it day by day. You know what I mean? I got the podcast and I got boxing training, so you know.
Nice,
Yeah, so I'm just keeping myself busy, bro. That's all. You
nice,
know.
man. Nice.
How about yourself?
How's the family doing, man?
Good, good, man. Shoot, man. Which is it's gonna be 4 years that we're married.
Oh,
What? You know what I mean?
congrats, man.
Yeah,
Congrats. It's a beautiful thing, man.
yeah, it is, man. How about yourself, bro? How's your family? How's the wifey and everybody?
Chilling, man. Taking it day by day, grinding. Working on this content, working.
I
You
see you.
know,
I see you.
family's good, healthy. So that's all that matters.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all that matters.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Wifey's good. She's chilling. She knew that I was prepping for this, so she let me be.
Yeah, it's all good, man. We gotta let the wifey know ahead of time, because you know how it is,
Business. You know what I'm saying? Grown man
Exactly.
business. We gotta take care of this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Definitely, my brother.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So it's been a while, bro. Man, I haven't seen you since what, 2009?
Yeah, yeah. Bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, last time I seen you was a junior, bro. I was a sophomore at the time.
Man, we got history, man.
Yeah, man.
Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Have you kept in contact with Derek lately or not?
I hit him up on Sunday for
Okay.
Mother's Day. I wish his mom,
Yeah.
happy Mother's Day and all that. So, definitely did that, man. But I'm just happy that, all of us, are still vibing. You know what I'm saying? 16 years later, 17 years later, man. Still
I haven't
got
talked
that
to Derek since
connection.
like last year, I believe. I haven't
Okay.
talked to him. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's just everybody's busy right now. You know what I mean? I ain't
Yeah.
tripping, man. You know what I mean? Everybody's busy. It's crazy how, what I'm saying? Like 16 years ago, bro, we were just kids having fun, eating breakfast. You know what I mean?
Hell
And
yeah.
then 16 years later, it's like some of us ain't here no more, and so some just moved on with their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think about that a lot, man. And, I think about, the blessings,
Yeah,
man. It's just, like you said, some of us are not even here. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate the moments and appreciate the times that we had. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Just cherish those at the time, bro. Like social media wasn't as big as it is now, so
Yeah.
we weren't like I said, we weren't always on our phone trying to capture the moments. We always, live through the moments at the time.
Yeah. And there's a good saying out there, man. By Angie Stone, may she rest in peace. I know in one of her songs she said, "Memories don't live like people do." Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Man. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely gotta, value, the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Moment, man. Like, and these young kids nowadays, man, they don't cherish it. They too busy on their phone, they on social
yeah,
media and all that. So they to me personally, bro, a moment is so real that I forget to take my phone out.
yes, bro, and that's like the best right there, bro.
Yeah,
That's the best right there, bro.
most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want to, talk about, you for a little bit, man.
Okay.
What inspired the idea of coming up with a podcast, bro?
Oh, so the idea of starting off with the podcast, bro, you know what, man? I was doing music since, since '09, '08, you know? I remember when we were grinding with the music, for
Yeah.
other people, man.
Yeah.
This guy, James, right here, he was ready to battle any day, anytime, bro. Hey, to the point where, it was a freestyle, because he'll talk about your hat, your shoes you were wearing, you know what I mean? That's how you know motherfucker was good for a freestyle. But anyways, back to that, back to that though, man. So I've been grinding, and I feel like I wasn't going nowhere with the music, bro. You know what I mean? I just got tired of it, and I was like, I linked up with my boy DJ NS, man. My niece's Sweet 16 party like 2 years ago. We met and we actually linked up. He told me he had a podcast. I was like, all right, well, I'm come through. So fun fact about this though, I was supposed to be in another podcast because he had another podcast, but our episode did so well that you know what? I thought of an idea like, yo, do you need a co-host or something? He's like, yeah, let's do something. I was like, all right. So once I got we started a couple episodes and I started noticing, the great reviews, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we could take it to the next level. So once I linked up with my boy Chunky, we got into the team and it was a wrap, bro. Like the only reason why I started this too was because I want to give an outlet not to artists, but also, it could be entertainers, models, vendors as well, because they're hustling. The vendors are always hustling every day. I want to give the platform to people that I want to give them the platform that I didn't have when I was grinding. I want to get back now, and I noticed the reviews and everything that we're getting is like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to hang up the mic and do this because behind the scenes, bro, you meet a lot of connections. You and that wasn't I wasn't doing that. I wasn't focusing on when I was an artist like that. So I noticed that behind the scenes, bro, like I'm definitely gonna stay behind the scenes now, bro. You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts, man. And
Yeah.
what has been like the most challenging part of this process?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm just trying to keep up with everybody, bro, because I get messages every day. I'm trying to get messages, and I try to do reply to the best I can, because it does get overwhelming sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. It does get overwhelmed. Uh, I'll be lying to say if it doesn't, but it does, bro, because at the end of the day, bro, you're a human being. You got other stuff at home you gotta handle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does get overwhelming sometimes, bro. But at the same time, bro, I try to balance it. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's been like the most challenging part, bro. Just trying to not get too overwhelmed because I ain't gonna lie, bro, because like this week was kind of slow. You know what I mean? Because of like the sickness and everything.
Hmm.
So it's time of the year, everybody's getting sick, and it was just hard for me to balance it. So other than that, bro, it's just that's been the most challenging part, just trying to keep up with with everybody, what everybody's doing.
Okay. Okay. What's been your most favorite interview? Besides this one that we're doing right now.
You know what? I could say my favorite interview right now as we speak is either maybe when we brought out, maybe it could be our Will Chunky first one, or it's between that one or TYG.
YG.
TYG.
That was a
Yeah,
good one. That was a good one.
because I'm not gonna lie to you, with TYG, that actually motivated me to like, you know what, this could go somewhere because I ain't gonna lie to you, it's crazy because I was watching him through the Smack Days, bro, on battle rap.
Yeah.
And he was humble enough to come to my house, bro, and do an interview. I was like, damn, I was starstruck, bro. That's how, and then that, and you know what? He kind of like, behind the scenes, he's cool as fuck. He gave me some pointers, and you know what? And ever since then, bro, it's been a rap. Like, that's when TYG came out, like, you know what? If TYG could come here, any artist could come out here, bro. You know what I mean? So I felt like with that one, bro, it was good. It was great. And it kind of motivated us, like, you know what? Let's take it to the next level now. Like, this is, uh, like, we could not make this to a podcast, but we could make it to a movement.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
man.
So that was like my biggest. I felt like that was a great motivation right there, bro. When TYG came, you know what I mean?
Sure, man. What artists right now are you listening to at the moment?
At the moment, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. At the moment, I'm bumping the new exhibit, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bumping the new exhibit, the new Snoop. I ain't gonna lie to you, the new Snoop Dogg is better than the one with Dr. Dre, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's way better right now.
Okay.
I ain't
Okay.
gonna, I feel like with Dre, he's a dope producer. You know, I'm always gonna give him his flowers, bro. But I feel like he's trying to adapt to the new generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was trying too hard. He was trying too hard to adapt to this new generation. But this album, I feel like Snoop Dogg kind of went back to his roots. You know what I mean? He went back to his to that gangster shit. You know that G Funk and yeah, that's what I'm bumping right now, bro. Oh, and that new Lefty Gunplay album too, man.
Okay.
That new Lefty, man.
I'm gonna have to give that a listen, man. And you're right, man, because you have certain artists out there that, especially legendary artists like Snoop,
Yeah,
like, with 50, whatever the case may be. And you have artists out there that don't know how to adapt. You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying? And it's okay to go back to your old sound. Stick to what you do. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is just make it fresh. You can't be 36 years old and still going to your prime. You understand?
yeah, exactly.
You gotta stick to what you know and stick to what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because fans, they can sense when it's not authentic.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. You know, and that's what I've been noticing just not with Snoop, but with like, I mean, not with just with the with them, but just with any artist in general. They're trying to adapt to the new generation, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
You like you said, uh, you know, like it's it's cool to go back to your roots, bro. But don't be like I'll say like just go back to your roots, but you know, just don't forget where you came from. Now
Oh yeah.
that's all I'm say. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say.
For sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, me, what I'm listening to right now at the moment, man, a lot of new R&B. A
Oh
lot of
yeah.
R&B, man. I've been bumping that, Coco Jones, what I'm saying,
Okay.
album and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what gets me through the day, man. You know me, I'm an old head when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got a question, bro. You know what I mean? I always wondered this, bro.
But
Um, what made you drop the mic and just and be like a boxing podcaster, bro?
well, as you all know, as you know, um,
Yeah,
I just there was a period in my life where there were people around me that were selling me dreams.
yeah,
Around me that said that they had the best interests, you know,
hmm
for me, but didn't follow through. And
hmm
I found myself putting in more work than they did.
yeah,
Saying so, I decided to just what my soul, my heart is not in it. I'ma just search for a new avenue, and other than music, I'm passionate about sports, as you know.
hmm
So, and boxing has been a staple in my household for years, man, since I was a little kid. My grandfather, may he rest in peace, he introduced me to the game. You know what I'm saying? We used to watch fights all the time. De La Hoya, Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? Pernell
yeah,
Whitaker, all that, all the classic HBO fights. We used to watch that all the time in my house, man. And I trained boxing. You know what I'm saying? I was
yeah,
training for a bit and all that. And I was like, you know what? I'm into the game. I know a lot about the sport. Why not talk about it?
yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? Why not talk about it and share my knowledge and share my point of view with people that feel the same as me about the sport?
yeah.
You know? And yeah, that's what definitely got me into the whole, content creating, the boxing content creating game in YouTube.
Yeah, and boxing is the one of the biggest sports right now as well, bro.
Oh yeah, man. The wave is high, bro. The wave is high, man. It's a time. It's a time.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. Like, cause man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When we were in high school, man, I felt like I was the one that could keep up with you in sports talk, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know what I
For sure.
mean? We would always
So,
talk about sport. If it was the music, or girls at the time would be sports. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. I mean, I respect your knowledge, man, especially when it comes to boxing, basketball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Football and all that, man. We used to have that discussions all the time, bro.
The
All the
fifth
time.
hour, bro. That was our most discussion. Was on fifth hour. You know what I mean? Shout
Yeah.
out to Mr. Watson, man. You know,
Mr. Watson, bro. My man was 24 years old, a high school teacher.
that's crazy, man. As a high school teacher, man.
Crazy, crazy, man. But it's like, like you said before, man, our conversations, whether it's sports or music, we've always been on the same page. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Same level when it comes to, knowledge. Say, yeah, we might disagree, have debates and all that, but at
But
the end
that's
of
the
the
whole
day,
point. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The whole point of having debates because we always had our own opinion. You know?
yeah, for sure. For sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm loving what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? With the podcast, bro. I'm always tuned in. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Always showing support, man. And I know you are vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of, the man that you are, the family man that you are, and I'm proud of what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I appreciate it too, man, because I see what you've been doing. I'm actually happy you went to the sports route, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie to you. I'm not saying that I didn't like your music. Your music was dope at the time, bro.
yeah.
But sometimes, bro, life just hits you, bro, and and maybe it happened for a reason, and look where you're at right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And who knows where this can take me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man. Because I could see you going to ESPN or something. You know, having your own little your own little show for like 30 minutes or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's the goal, man. To take it to the next level, man. Inspire those who come from our environment. Inspire those that come from the struggle like we do. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. I just one thing I do disagree on was one of your videos was the 2010s, man.
Oh,
For
okay,
the record, I got my little top five right now.
okay. Go ahead, name it.
I'll agree with you on number one though. I agree with you on number one.
Oh, Pacquiao and Marquez.
Marquez fourth one, and I'm gonna tell you why. I felt like Marquez won all three fights, bro, before that one.
Yeah,
I felt like the only one time he was it the second one when he got knocked down or
yeah.
the first
He got knocked down in the first two. The
one?
first one he got knocked down three times in the first round. Came
Yeah,
back. It was a draw. The second time he got knocked down in the second round, but he came back, but it was a split decision for Pacquiao.
yeah. I feel like that's why they gave it to Pacquiao for that knockdown, bro. That was on, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I feel like I feel like Marquez had something to prove on that one, bro. You know what I mean? He felt and with that one, bro, I felt like he should have retired after that win, bro. That was the biggest win in boxing right there, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he left the game. Yeah, afterwards he lost to Timothy Bradley.
Yeah.
But
And
I
then he
mean,
fought Mike Alvarado.
Mike Alvarado, his
Yeah.
last fight. That was his last fight.
And that was the last good fight too, though. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
that was a good fight. I mean, Mike Alvarado was decent, man. Him and Rios used to have the wars and all that.
Yeah, he was decent. It's just the drugs got the best out of him, bro.
Yeah, man. It
Yeah.
was tough. It was tough, man. But that was a good send off for Marquez. And Marquez at that point, he didn't really have to prove anything.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
He
He
didn't
did
have
it.
to prove anything. And it's crazy that we talking about Marquez. I was just watching a old fight with Marquez, Freddie Norwood against Marquez back in 1999.
Damn.
Watching that, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so this is my 2010 list. I put that one only for that reason because that was like the best one right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Second one is because I ain't gonna lie, I felt like I was part of the training camp, and because of like of everything. My second one, I felt like I was part of the training camp, bro, because I kept tuning in every day. Uh, Floyd Mayweather, Maidana, the first one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was a good fight though. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that was Mayweather's toughest fight.
Okay.
Well, one of them.
Yeah.
And I felt like Maidana looked paused, but he looked very good on it because on the second one, you could tell when Alex Ariza went to the to Floyd Mayweather's corner, bro. I feel like McDonald wasn't the same no more, bro. On the second fight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Alex Ariza, man. You know, I have mixed, feelings about him, man. I just think that he was involved in a lot of shady shit. Drug,
yeah, he was.
what I'm saying? But you're right though. I think the first Madonna fight was, obviously more competitive and all that.
Yeah, like I would have been mad. I would have not been mad if it was a draw though on that one as well, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
uh,
that's true.
you know. Number three, the first Reels and Alvarado fight, man. That was a war.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a war. Because and that was an undercard fight too.
Yeah.
That was an undercard fight. I felt like Alvarado was kind of like winning the first half until he got hit with that uppercut, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Drills just hurt him on the fifth round, I believe, or sixth round.
Yeah.
Um, Fourth one, this is a classic one. I like to watch this one a lot too.
Okay.
Victor Ortiz versus Berto, the first one.
That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that was a fight that kind of got. That was a fight that Ortiz kind of got the Mayweather match, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Berto, you got the Mayweather fight.
Yeah. So I felt like I felt that one was a lot of action, bro, from beginning to end. A lot of action. Um, yeah. That's my number four. Number five, dang, I thought I had five already.
Uh, still one more, bro.
One more, man. One more. Dang it. I can't even think for that. I think I probably just get a top four, bro, right now, bro. For now, you know, top by top four, man. And I know since we're talking about fights and fighters, bro, because I know you talk about fights and fighters, bro. What's been like your top three or top five, maybe like trainers, bro, of all time?
Oh, perfect segue, man, because I'm actually currently working on a top 5 trainers list of all time.
Okay.
So I don't want to reveal it at this
Uh-huh.
moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but trust me, of course, you got all the top trainers. You got the Buddy McGurts. What I'm
Uh-huh.
saying, of the world. You know what I'm saying, you know Papa G, your man. And but I mean, yeah, I'm coming up with a top 5 trainers list. So look
Okay.
out for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm currently working on it at the moment. So
I'll get mine right now since I don't do
okay,
that.
okay,
Of course, because this is who actually fell in love with being a trainer.
yeah,
Kind of like I looked up to a lot and his family a lot. It was Robert Garcia, bro. You know what I mean? He
yeah,
was, in my opinion, he wasn't the best boxer, but as a trainer, he's one of the greatest. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And second one could be all right, rest in peace to Emmanuel Stewart, man.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Emmanuel Stewart. People don't put respect on his name, man, but he deserves his flowers. Even though he's gone.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
sure.
Third one could be Freddie Roach,
Okay,
just because of his success with Pacquiao
okay,
and the other fighters. And my fourth one could be Floyd Mayweather Sr. You
okay,
know,
okay.
yeah. And then my fifth one could go to Teddy Atlas, man. I don't know why I fucking left out Teddy Atlas.
That's extremely underrated trainer, bro.
Yep, exactly, bro.
Extremely underrated. Fun fact, that Teddy Atlas used to train Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, he did. Yep. And
Back
you
in
know how I
the
know that? Because I always play Fight Night Champion every day, and he always mentions that. You know what I mean?
day. Yeah, he used to train Mike Tyson. I'm saying trained Michael Mora for his upset win over Evander Holyfield.
And he trained Timothy Bradley against Rios. I
Timothy
remember that one.
Bradley, Shannon Briggs, you know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
trained a lot of good fighters, man. I mean, and come on, man. He's talking about, arguably the Bible of boxing, man. His knowledge of
Yeah.
the sport is ridiculous, man. He's definitely up there.
Because this is what I laugh all the time, but it's true. Because every time I play the game, they ask him, "Hey, so what would you do if your fighter has one eye closed and everything?" He's like, "You know what? I'll tell him. Well, use your good eye." You know what I mean? Use your good eye.
Use the good eye. You can see, right? All right,
Yeah,
go out there. Nah, man. I mean, yeah, my list is already done.
yeah,
So, probably later on today or tomorrow, I should be having that content available.
yeah.
You guys can see. I mean, you'd probably be surprised if you know who's my top five, but you know.
Okay. Before you release it, was there any song that I named on your top?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all we need to know.
All we need to know.
But hey, well, I was watching your videos the other day. One thing I do agree on, bro. I was watching your Floyd Mayweather video, bro.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. We used to debate because used to be a Mayweather fan at the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
But
I'm still
but I do,
Mayweather fan. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But I do agree though that he only took the fights where either they're like fighters are either washed up or ending in the prime. You know what I mean? I feel
Yeah.
like he didn't face anybody in their prime really. You know?
Yeah. And it's a shame because Mayweather, because I'm people think that I hate Mayweather. I don't hate Mayweather, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm a Mayweather fan. But what turned me off the last few years of his career, man, he started making moves that were advantageous to him, his career.
Yeah.
I get it. You making money and all that. Go get your bread. I'm all for fighters getting their money. But when you want to call yourself the best and you want to diminish other legends' legacies and what they've done in the sport of boxing,
Yeah.
that's where I have a problem with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. You're fighting for the money. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. But don't call yourself the best and then in the same breath disrespect legends like Ali, Leonard, Durant.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I can't respect that. I can't respect that.
Well, what was the fight you think he lost though, in your opinion?
I mean, I don't think he lost. But I mean, close fights. I mean, he had close fights with Cotto,
I feel like
Madonna.
Mayweather won that one though. I thought Mayweather won that one.
Yeah, Mayweather won that one. Now,
Yeah.
Castillo won. Jose Luis Castillo won.
Yeah.
That could have gone,
A tie?
Castillo's way.
It could have gone a tie as well.
Could have.
Yeah.
Madonna won, maybe, but that's about it, bro. I mean, he had a
De La Hoya, bro. Come on.
I don't think so. I don't think he lost to De La. I think De La Hoya got tired the second half of the fight. I
Yeah, I feel like
think,
he got tired after the six.
yeah, Mayweather was, tagging him, and he
Yeah.
was landing easy shots. De La Hoya wasn't really landing. Yeah, it looked appealing to the crowd because he would throw wild shots.
Yeah.
But again, those shots are not landing. And you're the bigger guy, so you don't cut off the ring, you don't use your jab. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I feel
Mayweather
like
could have landed.
I felt with the Cotto fight though. I felt like Cotto got the fourth through seventh, and then Mayweather just got back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
It was the
Mayweather.
first time he was leading in a while too. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it was a good fight. It was a
Yeah, it
good
was
fight.
a fight.
You know what I'm saying? But De La Hoya was past his prime. De La Hoya was what, 30, 35,
Yeah,
34?
I like his last couple years of his prime because
Yeah.
Pacquiao. He could tell he was like overwhelmed already.
No, no, at all. At all. I just think that Floyd had supreme talent, but robbed the boxing fans of great fights. I would have loved to see Floyd fight Kasazu.
Oh yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? Or,
yeah,
or or Paul Williams in his prime, or Margarito. You know what I'm saying? When Margarito was doing his thing, and we didn't know about the illegal hand wraps and all that. But
yeah,
so
man.
Margarito or a prime Sugar Shane Mosley. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like he took fights that were like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? We already know the outcome.
it's kind of like I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like Canelo right now, bro.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
I mean, to me, he's overrated. You
Oh yeah,
know?
for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
and I do agree with your video on this last one. Like, he is really overrated, bro. There's like He just like same thing that Floyd's doing. He's actually doing right now. Uh, but except Canelo has 2 losses, bro. You know what I mean on it.
Yeah, yeah,
But other than that, bro, yeah, he's really overrated, bro. In my opinion, bro.
yeah,
I feel like he'll lose against Benavidez.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I think Benavidez is the top dog right now, man. Like, yeah, and then like as far as like light heavyweights, super middleweights, you know what I'm saying? He's that
Yeah,
top dude. Him and Bivol, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But like, yeah, Benavidez beats Canelo easy, in my opinion.
yeah.
Mm.
You know, I were you disappointed on the last Canelo fight?
Yeah, I actually had William Skull winning.
Oh wow, okay.
You feel me? Like, yeah, a lot of people saying that, yeah, he didn't, he just came for a payday, he just came to survive, but he was moving, he was landing shots, he threw more punches than Canelo.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? And Canelo
but
only landed one more punch than him.
it's just like with the commentators, they're like overhype every punch. You know what I mean?
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course, man. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was a dog fight. Canelo doesn't know how to cut off the ring
yeah,
whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And he's not active. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't throw that many punches.
yeah. All right. This is a debate. All right. Do you think Canelo lost against Lara?
Yeah, yeah. I thought he lost against Lara. I thought he lost against Triple G the first time.
I feel like yeah, I feel like he lost both of them, but I feel like the first one was more like because they gave it a draw, right? The first
Yeah, they
one,
gave it a draw.
yeah, that was bullshit.
And then Adelaide Bird, one of the judges, scored it 10 rounds to 2. Canelo, like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah,
are you serious? Like, come on, bitch. Stop. Like, makes no sense. But that's star treatment. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
When you're a superstar in the game and you can gross as much money as Canelo, you're gonna get the star treatment.
yeah,
It is what it is. But this fight in September against Crawford, I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford wins.
yeah. Right now, Cropper's killing it though, bro. You know what I mean? He's killing it. I ain't gonna lie though, he pulled up the upset last year with Spence, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I actually thought that Spence was gonna win that,
Me
but
too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Spence was gonna outbox him, or you know what I
yeah,
mean?
I'll work him.
Yeah,
For the most part. But it he Spence, we all know that after the car accident and his inactivity, that killed him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Because
did.
in
Because
order,
before the accident, man, he was a beast, bro.
yeah. But that goes to show you if you don't take care of your business outside the ring, live a
Yeah,
clean, healthy lifestyle outside the ring, it's gonna show inside the ring. It's
yeah.
gonna, it's
And
gonna
then that goes to man, that goes to every sport too, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Not just boxing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's crazy, you know. Like I remember you were telling me about Spence, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna check him out. And I was like, oh, this guy pretty nice. You know what I mean?
yeah. Spence is nice, bro. Spence, he was one of the best welterweights of his era. In the
Yeah.
same, because you had him, Crawford, Thurman, Garcia, Porter. You know what I'm saying? Ugas. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty decent welterweight era.
Hmm.
But how do you feel about Pacquiao coming back?
I feel like he should stay retired,
Yeah, yeah,
but at the same time, maybe like he's coming for a paycheck, which is understandable. I'm not gonna knock his hustle, you know.
yeah,
But I feel like if Barrios could, if I feel like Barrios could take him though.
yeah. And that's really not saying much. You know what I'm saying? Because
He's young, he's hungry, you know.
you got the WBC, and that's a whole nother video I'm gonna put out. You know what I'm saying, about the WBC allowing this to happen, because the WBC always, when it comes to superstars and all that, they always babysit their fighters, the champions and all that. They don't
Oh,
allow their fighters, the champions, to fight the mandatories.
hmm,
Come on, my man hasn't fought in like 4 years, and he's 46 years old. You gonna allow that?
yeah, exactly. Like what the fuck? Also, too, bro. I want to ask you, bro. How did you feel, bro, when man, we're just taking it back to the good old days, bro. You know what
Go
I
ahead,
mean?
baby. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How did you feel when you found out that Margarito had the stuff in his gloves, bro, against Cotto?
Man, I was disappointed. I felt that he should have been banned from the sport.
Yeah.
I was glad that that Cotto got his revenge.
Uh
I
huh.
was so happy that he got his revenge. But all in all, man, that's that I was disappointed, man, because there's boxing is known for, shiesty shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was the latest case. You know what I'm saying? But
And,
I just felt like, his accomplishments prior to or are tainted.
yeah. I felt like I was actually disappointed too because I was going for Mercury and I was rooting for him on that fight. But once the truth came out, bro, and it's just like he's a fucking disgrace to boxing, bro.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure. For sure.
Like why did you have to cheat in order to win? You know?
For sure.
Uh, and I was happy too that also that Dakota guy's revenge, but he got exposed with Mosley, bro.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, you could tell and like Mosley said, that was like my biggest dub out of my whole career, you know. But yeah, I
Crazy.
feel like the cheater. He's a disgrace to boxing. He should have been banned a long time ago. Like that, those type of boxers right there should never come back to boxing, bro.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly, bro. I'm
Do you
saying.
believe the rumor though about Trinidad having that in his gloves too when he fought Vargas?
I believe because every state has different laws when it comes to hand wrapping. I thought like he was stacking his
Yeah,
wraps. You know what I'm saying, and I believe he used that in other fights as well with William Joppy, Vargas.
yeah, especially Vargas, bro. You could tell.
Bro, like that's like one of my favorite fights of all time. I think that's my favorite fight of all time. Honestly, I love that fight.
I know Vargas and Trinidad.
Oh my god, I love that fight, bro. I
Uh,
love that fight.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I like it, but then I don't because I was going for Vargas,
Yeah.
and then our neighbors were Puerto Ricans, bro. So
Ah,
we invited them to the house, bro. And man, you know what
good
happened?
talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, my brother. I think we have less than 1 minute. Do you want to put a plug out there for your podcast, bro?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Just follow us at PVM&PTV. On Instagram. You
Okay,
can follow us there. You can contact either for breaking news, promos, anything. Just we're more willing to help with promos, breaking news, and even for episodes. Just like this.
definitely, definitely,
Yeah.
my brother.
Make sure y'all follow Toe to Toe Boxing. Hey, this ain't the first one. We're gonna have a part two because there's a lot of stuff that we left out, bro.
For
You know what I
sure,
mean?
baby, for sure, man. But I want to thank you for taking the time out your day, bro, and
Yeah.
politicking with me, man. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, but like I said, man, if you need something, promoter or breaking news, hit me up, bro. I got you. You know what I mean?
Definitely, my brother, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. And I'm proud of you, man. Keep doing your
Part
thing.
you too, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this done in 2 weeks, bro. I'm telling you.
For sure, baby. For sure. Have a good one, bro.
All right, you too, brother.
All right.
Look,
Yeah, bro. One.
one.
If you guys like what you saw, please subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Until next time, this is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, signing out.